What is up, YouTube? I'm back. It's Courtney. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you are a regular, welcome back. Whether you're new or you're regular, cozy up. We're gonna have a little chit chat today. But before we get into this video, I want to just ask you guys really fast to subscribe to my channel so that you can hang out with me every Wednesday at 6 p.m. and likes and comments are always appreciated as I get started in my YouTube journey. Every subscription, every like, every comment counts for me, so please just support me, support my journey, and let's get into today's video. And as you can see, the title of this video is a little bit somber, and I'm not trying to be the Debbie Downer today, but it is October, which means it is Stillbirth, Pregnancy Loss, and Infant Loss Awareness Month. Not only that, but it is my baby's due date a year ago, actually today, October 23rd. If you do not follow me, you may not know that I lost a pregnancy. I lost a baby before I had Quincy. So I have a rainbow baby now, but I had a miscarriage before him. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that today. The focus of this video is not to get sympathy or pity on me. I have cried all the tears on this subject, but it is mostly to raise awareness. Not only that, but just to provide a safe place for anybody that has been through this or is going through this. I just want those women to know that you are not alone, and this is a very taboo subject that people won't talk about because it may be embarrassing or they feel that it's kind of brushed under the rug like it didn't happen. I want to raise awareness specifically on miscarriages because I have been through that. While stillbirth and infant loss is a complete tragedy and I would not wish that on anybody, miscarriages are almost brushed under the rug like they are common, and just because they happen early on in the pregnancy, it is not a big deal, so to speak. So for those of you who do not know me personally, I opened a little bit about it on my Instagram page, c.5fit, but I have not told the whole story on that page. I had a miscarriage on March 26, 2019. I then had my rainbow baby on March 26, 2020. On March 21st, I was about 9 weeks along, going in for my first ultrasound. We were due October 23rd of last year. We were so excited. I was so pumped. Rewind to the day before that, I knew something was going on. I knew something was wrong. I just didn't know what. I couldn't put my finger on it. I told Tanner, I cried. I knew something was wrong. I had no indicators to tell me that something was wrong, but it truly was a motherly intuition. We chalked it up to be emotions because of pregnancy and nerves for the scan the next day. So fast forward to the day of the scan. We walked in and I just knew that something was going to happen. Like, I had that intuition, and I did not openly say that, but it felt wrong. It just fell off. So we walked in, and first of all, they could not find the baby abdominally on an abdominal ultrasound. So TMI, but they went in for an ultrasound. And the ultrasound tech asked questions, moved around a little bit, and I knew at that point when she kept questioning me that they weren't able to find a heartbeat. They confirmed it a couple minutes later, and the ultrasound tech spoke the words, "I'm sorry, but your baby does not have a heartbeat." And a year and a half later, those words are just as hard to speak, just as hard to hear coming out of my mouth. It still feels fresh, and it really, really hurts. Going into that experience, I had no idea that you could lose a baby without actually knowing, without it actually being expelled out of your body. I didn't know that my baby could just not have a heartbeat and still be inside of me. So it was a complete shock to me. I felt super blindsided, and it was not until the next week that the baby came out. I was actually induced with medicine to expel my baby out of me, and I was 10 weeks along at the time. I guess you could say I was 9 weeks along, because that is when we found out the baby did not have a heartbeat. It was the most traumatic experience I've ever been through, the most blood I've ever seen, and I do not wish it upon anybody. It was a lot of pain, it was a lot of heartache, and I struggled a lot mentally. Afterwards, I struggled a lot during, and I just felt completely betrayed by my body for a very long time. It affected the way I went through pregnancy. It affected a lot, and it still has, I believe, it affected my mental health into this postpartum. I'm not whining. I am truly, truly grateful that I have my rainbow baby. After the miscarriage, I was completely devastated. I kind of felt like I went through pregnancy somewhat. I went through 9 weeks of it, and it felt like I had to get back to normal somewhat, and I had to act as if it never happened, and I wanted to mourn the baby. I wanted to honor the baby, and to this day I never will stop honoring my baby, because it was a life inside of me. I was excited for its future, for our future together, and it really did have a life. We had plans for our baby. We had thoughts and names and outfits picked out for this baby, so it really is a loss of someone we loved. It just has been something that you constantly go through, and I really don't think that you can ever stop grieving a miscarriage. It just gets a little bit easier. If you know someone that has gone through this or is going through this, I just want to let you know that it's not right to say, but it happened early. Be thankful it happened early. Don't say that it's God's plan. Don't say that everything happens for a reason. Those are not comforting words. Just be with your friend, family member, and tell them that you are so sorry for their loss. Ask if there's anything that they can do, and just give words of encouragement. It's not something that you feel that is God's greater plan in the moment. While yes, it does happen for a reason, that is not what they want to hear. You would not say that to someone that just lost an infant. You would not say that to someone that just lost a baby. And it's just best to be there for that person. If you are going through this, I just urge you not to blame yourself. It is a freak of nature. Literally, it's not your body, it's not your fault. It really is something that happens in the female body. While it is a terrible thing to go through, I promise you, you're not alone, and there are so many women like myself that have gone through it that feel alone. And this is why I think it is so important to talk about, because women are scared. While I was going through it, I was scared. I felt alone. I had no idea what to think, and I had been through having a baby before. So I went through labor, I went through the contractions, and for my miscarriage, I can say I was 10 times more scared than actually having a baby. I didn't know what to expect. It had to happen in my own home, in the bathroom. I truly had no idea. And if you are also gone through this or have been through this, then my best piece of advice is to keep honoring your baby. Keep doing whatever makes you feel better. If you want to make a memorial for your baby, then do so. I actually, sorry if this is too gory for YouTube, but we actually buried the baby and planted a dogwood tree. So while we don't have our baby, we have that dogwood tree planted to just kind of memorialize and honor our baby, and that was something that made me feel better. I also got a tattoo. I don't know if you can see, I'll also put a picture below, but it is a baby hand holding a marigold. Y'all, I had to take a small break because the kiddos woke up, so I'm not really sure where I left off to make this video, and I know I was kind of all over the place, but I hope that it has provided comfort if you are going through this, or it provides comfort to you in the future, or it educates the people that don't really know that things like this can happen. And if none of this relates to you, thanks for hanging out with me, and there will be more exciting videos to come. I really did want to raise awareness to a subject that is very near and dear to my heart. So if you liked the video, if you liked hanging out with me, please don't forget to like, don't forget to comment. We'll have more fun next week. Again, I will be here next week at 6 p.m. on Wednesday and plan to be here every Wednesday. So I will see you guys next week.